Welcome to another episode of My Legacy Garage. Today, we're back on the Wrangler project. I know it's not the most popular series. It's not a C10, but I have it. I've already started the project. I need to finish it. It's been going on for way too long, because it's not a C10. But we only live like an hour from the beach, and these Jeeps, man, they are popular. Let me tell you what, everybody wants one of these things. So I'd like to get it put back together and get it up for sale. Probably wait till springtime. That's usually when they start blowing way up in price. But it's got to be done by then. And at the rate I'm going, I need to just get on it. All right, let's go. Dig in. The first thing we need to tackle is this windshield. It's hard to see on camera, but it's got a big old crack in it. Now, the parts Jeep that I have had a good windshield in it, and luckily it's easy to just pop these screws out and take the frame off and swap them. So that's what we're going to do. We're also going to get rid of these ugly lights. They don't work, they're rusty. I'm just going to make them disappear. And of course, there is a stripped out rusted screw underneath of this one that we're going to have to drill out. So that's where we're going to start. Super fun. In addition to that, we have to get the rest of these fender flares off, get the lights out of it, spare tire off of it, lights in the front, possibly these steps, I'm not sure yet. And that's all just in preparation to paint. We also need to get the interior all covered in plastic so we don't get it all dusty. And of course, we also need to cover the motorcycle and the golf cart too, I suppose. Keep the dust off of those. The other two vehicles can be backed out. I wanted to take a second here and talk about how you get this windshield off of here. It's not quite as easy as it looks, but it's really not bad. Basically, inside on these little trim pieces here, there's 3 Phillips head screws. You take those out so that they can peel back off. And then up here on the roll bar, you've got 2 bolts that come out on each side. So you do that on each side inside. And then out here, on the hinges, you have to take this 1 screw out in the front, and then you have these 3 in the side right here. Now once those are out, it's no longer connected to the Jeep, but it is still kind of like glued in there with like this stuff right here. It's kind of like seam sealer. So I had to use a screwdriver and drive down through here lightly just to kind of pop this free. And then I did it in the front too, right here, and I even did it down here on the bottom a little bit. And that, as soon as it comes free, you can feel it kind of wiggles a little bit, and then you just get somebody to help you, and it is pretty tight. It has to come straight out, not, one side and then the other. And then that's it. So the seal here in the bottom is still in good shape, so that's awesome. So I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I'm going to clean the inside of these hinges up a little bit. Then we're going to get the new windshield put on it. As you can see, we're working on getting the headlights and everything out of it. We're going to start in front and work our way back, stripping everything off that needs to come off for paint. Like the hood latches, this little bar up top, the rubber stoppers, the windshield sprayers. And we're just going to work our way back and strip her down and get her ready to start sanding on. That sounds like fun. Of course, we still got to put that windshield back on. And I've got that all cleaned up now, so that hopefully won't be such an ordeal. But that's what we're going to tackle next, I think. Uh-oh, that one's rusty. That figures. Of course, the other side came out just fine. And this side wants to be difficult. There we go. That one was all rusted out and the torques were stripped out of it, but got an Allen that sort of kind of fit in there and hammered it in and got her out. So score. Here we've got the windshield track all cleaned out real good here. And I kind of put some conditioner on that rubber seal, and it's still good and soft, and it's going to seal well. So we're going to go ahead and put the new windshield on here. Now, I know this seems like a lot of work for a new windshield, but I got a price on putting a new piece of glass in the old frame, and it was $234. And I've got the old Jeep in the back there that had a good windshield in it, and I took the engine out of it, and I was like, well, what else can I use off of this thing? And I was like, well, it's easy enough to get this windshield frame off, and I'm going to paint the Jeep anyway, so the color doesn't really matter. So we're going to do that and save $234. Yeah, I'm cheap, I know, but you know, $234 is $234. Let's get her in there. As you can see, we've got the screws started in here, but they're not tight. I just wanted to kind of get them started. And same thing on the other side. They're started but not tight, and I want to get everything all situated first, and then we'll run them in and tighten her down, and then we'll put the screws on the inside back in, and that'll be that. It's really not so bad. Alright, let's get the hood open, and we'll go ahead and strip this stuff off of here. Alright, that should pull out. We got that out, put the nut back on it, put it over there with the other stuff. Let's see, these, I've just got these goofy little rubber stopper gears. Probably need to get us a little screwdriver that we can boop, boop. You can do it. There it is. Ta-da! Magic. The more stuff you can get off of it to paint, the better off you are. Everybody listening at home, remember that. The more stuff you can get off of it to paint and you don't have to tape up, the better it will look in the end, the more detailed it will be. If you tape a bunch of stuff up, you're just going to have a bunch of tape lines, you're going to have overspray everywhere. Take it apart. It's worth the extra time, I promise.
I spent like 5 minutes under there.
5 whole minutes? Yeah. Oh my God.
My arm hurts.
Your arm hurts?
Yep.
I'll tell you what, people, this is the next generation. We should be scared. We should be very scared that 5 minutes worth of work is just too much. Think you can reach back there and grab a hold of this thing on the backside, or is that too much?
Too much. See, now my arm hurts.
Here, bring it here. Look, you put the screws, their nuts back on it, so that you know where everything's at. We'll probably end up replacing this stuff with something a little more shiny and cool looking. There we go. All right, let's move on. We're gonna go ahead and get this whole assembly off of here so that we can continue paint prep. Remember, the more you take off, the better it'll look. There we go. We've got a nice plug right here we can undo. There we are. Moving on. Let's do spare tire, the associated light rack there. We've got most of the back end stripped. We've got this loose up top here, just some screws. This wiring is intriguing how it works. It goes in here, and I took this little cover off so that I could see right here is the connection. It just makes a contact right there, and that's what makes this rear brake light work. But there's no plug to unplug it, so I haven't figured out how I'm going to deal with that yet. But I do want to get this off of here, so that's what we're going to do now. Did I miss? I did miss a bolt right there. So let's get this wiring untucked out of here so that this will move up out of the way so that we can get that bolt, which I probably can't get with this. Of course not. I need to actually use a ratchet like a peasant. That's fun. I wonder if there's one in the center on the bottom too. Probably. No. There's two. There we go. Now we just got to sort out this wiring gig here. I would think there would be some way to disconnect this. Well, let's fiddle with that a little bit and see what we can find. Alright, so we got this off of here, and the way you have to do it, these pins actually pop off of here, and then you pop the grommet off on the outside, this piece here, and then you pull them through, but you have to do these one at a time. They won't fit through side by side, so you got to push one through and then do the other one, and it comes out of there. It's not the easiest thing on the planet, but you know, it's done. Happy days. Part of this whole painting process is we're going to take the interior out of it, the seats and the carpet anyway, and we'll cover the rest of it up, but I want to rhino line the interior and do away with this nasty old carpet. I haven't decided if I'm going to put new carpet in it yet or not. Probably not, because let's be honest, this is a beach buggy. It's designed to have the top off of it all the time, and if it gets wet, meh, so be it. So I'll probably leave the carpet out, rhino line it, make sure the drains and everything are open in the floor in case it does get water in it, and probably just get some nice neoprene seat covers for it. But for now, the challenge is just getting, the seat bolts out because it's rusty. That sucks. What? Snap that one off. Well, you know what they say. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Progress has been made. Rear seat and carpet is out. Looks pretty good in here other than being a little dirty. Not too bad. Now, if only AJ could be making good progress. How's it going, AJ?
I'm good. Keep getting dirt in my mouth.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There could be worse things.
I decided to give up on the one bolt. I'm moving on to the next one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
2 hole bolts. How long you been doing that now?
I don't know.
It's been about an hour.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome, huh? Welcome to wrenching.
Yeah, because this doesn't even work. Broken.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We've made some good progress. So next time you see the Jeep, hopefully it'll be a little further along. I plan on coming out here working on it, but time constraints in the winter and everything. Plus, it's boring work. Nobody really wants to watch me sand this thing for 4 hours, do they? I don't even want to do it, but it needs to get done. But I'll bring you along. You can check in and see how we're doing. It is what it is. Hopefully y'all get something out of it. Surely there's somebody out there that has to change a Jeep windshield frame, and it helps them. Either way, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. See what happens next. Thanks for watching another episode. We'll see you next time.